Hello, in this video I'd like to show you how to connect a scale directly to your computer, whether that's a laptop or a desktop PC. So down here I've already got one currently connected and I'm logged on through VNC, which is what allows you to remote control onto a scale. So as you can see, it's a bit of a weird IP address. Now what I'm going to do is change this to a normal looking IP address, which will then disconnect myself from the scale because it will be on the wrong IP range, and then I will correct my own IP address on my computer to allow the connection, which will allow me to manage it and control it. So I'm going to change it on the scale now. The first thing you want to do is click the arrow and setup mode. Click manager mode, engineer. The password, you may need to speak to your scale dealer to get that, or contact Avery. Then go to machine setup, comms setup, wired setup, and this is where you can define all the IP addresses required to make it work. So first click on the IP address here and click edit, and we'll change this to something pretty standard, so 192.168 all zeros, 002. And just remember, you have to do it in this format, so 2 would be 002, 20 would be 020, and the next, so click the tick for the next bit. I'm going to change this to 255, 255, 255 and all zeros, which is a pretty standard subnet mask. Click the tick. The gateway, we can leave that as zeros, so that's fine. Click the tick. DHCP, you'll almost always want to have this as disabled. The reason being is that if it's enabled, it could possibly change IP address, which is what we definitely don't want. Now that's the scale side. I haven't saved it yet, but when I do click save, that will break the connection, which I will show you now. So if I click save, and as you can see, it says attempting to reconnect to VNC server. That's because the connection is broken, and it's mainly because my laptop's IP address settings are wrong. So what you need to do is go to your start menu, type in control panel. We'll just close that. Click on Network and Sharing Center. Click on Change Adapter Settings. And then in here, you're going to see your Ethernet adapter and your Wi-Fi adapter as well. So on the Ethernet is where we'll need to correct it. So right click, click Properties, click Internet Protocol version 4 and Properties. Now as you can see in here, this is what we need to change. So on the scale, the subnet mask was 255, 255, 2550. That needs to be the exact same. This needs to be on the same range. So the scale was 192.168.0.2. Now the only thing that needs to be the same is this 192, the 168 and the 0. The last bit will need to be slightly different. So the scale was 2, and we'll just call it 5. So these first three values need to be the same, so it's on the correct range. Now if we click OK and close, we should be able to log back onto the scale. using velocity, scale and remote control. And as you can see, we can now log back on the scale, and it also means that we can send changes and use it linked with velocity as you would in any other situation. And that's it. Thanks for watching.